I'm Jane Horner from Purdue Extension in Cass County, and today I'm going to talk about how to incorporate whole grains in your diet. When you think about the My Plate, we know that half the plate should be fruits and vegetables, but a fourth of your plate should be grains. And of that portion of the plate, 50% of your grains should be whole grains. So today I'm going to show you how to make a simple whole wheat bread that you can use, and it only takes 7 ingredients, and so it's very simple to make. And so we're going to start with, you need 1 1/4 cups of milk that needs to be warmed up to about 110 degrees. And the purpose of that is that warmth is what's going to help your yeast grow. So if it's too cold, it'll kind of not stimulate the growth of the yeast. So in my bowl, I'm going to add that 1 1/4 cups of milk. And then I just used a low-fat 1% milk. Then, instead of sugar, we're really going to sweeten it with juice. And you can use 1/4 cup of apple juice or 1/4 cup of orange juice. I prefer the apple juice. And it kind of works if it's kind of like at room temperature. And then the other ingredient that's going to sweeten it is 3 tablespoons of honey. So honey is a very good kind of natural sweetener that you can add in there. There's 1. There's 2. I'll use my spatula because it's wanting to stick in there. So, after you get those in there, we're just going to mix those up. So there's our first 3 ingredients, kind of our wet ingredients. Just going to kind of stir it up a little to kind of incorporate that juice and kind of incorporate that honey a little. And then we're going to start adding our flour. So one of the things when you're doing flour is always kind of start by kind of stirring it. So when you go to buy your flour, make sure you're getting a whole wheat flour and not one that's an enriched wheat flour, because that's going to give you more of the grains that we're trying to get in our diets. And so wheat is one of those grains that we're adding that's going to kind of add more fiber to our diet. And so we're going to add 2 cups of this whole wheat flour. I'm kind of leveling it off. When you're baking, that's one of the things some people don't like to bake, is because you kind of have to be precise with your ingredients. And so the next one is I'm going to just use regular all-purpose flour. And we always kind of stir it before we measure it to kind of add some air so we get more of an accurate measurement. So we're adding 1 1/4 cups of the all-purpose flour. So there's 1, and then we'll add 1/4 cup. Next, we're going to add a teaspoon of salt. And remember, always measure your salt over something and not your bowl. I was doing a lesson for some 4-agers. I started to measure it over the bowl, and it's something that's easily going to spill out. And so then the next ingredient that I need is my yeast. And with that, you can use 1 packet of yeast, and a packet of yeast, and I don't have a packet, I just have a jar of yeast. And so I need 2 1/4 tablespoons of yeast, and that's equivalent to what's in your package of yeast. So then, all you do is you pour in those 7 ingredients, and then you're just going to mix it for 3 minutes. Now it's going to be a little sticky. I usually use my mix master So you gotta be careful with the hand mixer or the dough when you kind of want it fine, because it's a very sticky dough. So after you're done, after the 3 minutes, it's gonna be very sticky. And so then you can just scoop it into a greased 9x5 loaf pan. And you'll see it is kind of very sticky. Get this out here real quick. So then you're gonna cover it with a clean towel in kind of a warm place, and we're gonna wait until it doubles in size. So you can see it about fills it halfway up. And so by the time it gets to the top, it's gonna cover it with a cloth, put it in a warm place, and when it doubles, then you're gonna bake it in the oven at 350 degrees for 30 to 35 minutes. Out of the oven, it's going to look like this. So I want to slice some for you so you can see what it looks like. In fact, let's just slice it right here in the middle. So it's not tall, but see, it's a nice bread. It's very moist. And it makes for really good sandwiches. And so that honey and that juice give it the right amount of sweetness. So I hope you'll try this easy, just 7 ingredients. You put it basically all in the bowl together and mix it up, and add some whole grains to your diet by using this loaf of bread. Thank you. This has been Jane Horner from Purdue Extension.